So anyhow, so we came up here with Gabe and Gabby, and today is Joanne's birthday. I won't say how old she is, but it's her birthday today, so this is what she wanted to do, and so we're here. So we're gonna go inside and take a look. Here we are inside, and there's Joanne back there. There she is. It's her happy birthday day.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it goes across the satellite. Yeah. So, yeah. Here we are. We got to do the hikes and the drive and all that. Got lots to do today. Okay, now we're going to go out to the spot that they actually struck the golden spikes, the end of it here. That's where we're going here. Gabby, grab that end, pick it up, and pull.
You're so cute. You're so silly. Honey, look at this.
To the end, you'll see a pile of wood. To the right of that is visitors parking, the engine house. They have one of the ports open, but both locomotives, the engineer is doing cab tours, except at noon. He'll be gone from noon until 12:30.
Okay, that's the 112 and the Juniper?
The 119 and
So this is where they store the two Otta locomotives. See one there. See the inside of it there. This looks like a tow vehicle here. National Park Service tow vehicle. Yeah, we're gonna go inside and take a look, see what they look like. They're normally parked out by the spike area, but there's some track damage that they've got to get repaired. So maybe we'll have to come back out again and take a look at them. But here we go. The engine.
The other gentleman over there, the person they would heat him up over.
And this is the height of the Victorian era. Yes, it would be painted like this. Not black and white, but raised.
What was the most of the band?
These locomotives were stand-ins because the originals
I couldn't tell you, but
this is their billboard at the time, basically.
So are these pretty much exactly like what the originals were?
The original.
I know that they got scrapped.
Years, 100 years ago.
Well, there was an effort made
to save the Jupiter by the engineer, but he couldn't come up with $1,000 scrapper fee. The original rails are still built. Second, the first ones pulled up the relay in 6 months. This one, pull up the relay in steel. Those. This line continued as the main line until 1907. Cut off. The thing that is majorly different is the grades.
Okay.
With this one here, you can look in. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 grates in there that actually can shake and rock. And the front one is actually droppable. So there's a lever just right outside here we can release, and it drops it. And we can use that hoe and rake there to actually clean out what is remained of the coal. And then we can actually also shake the grates independently so that we can burn cleaner. With the wood, it's just straight slats. The only way to actually remove any debris from it is actually to climb in and do it manually.
Oh my word.
So the major difference is clean out and the way that it drafts.
So did that slow them down then when they were working?
So they could run the same speed. It was just a matter of stopping more often. So you could go 100 to 150 miles on this one, or you could only go 30 miles on that one. So at the
It
most.
would be really hard to get in there and clean it out when it was hot.
Well, so that's the other thing that's nice. That one didn't need to be cleaned out.
Oh.
So we run
So
these.
as it burned, it just kind of
Yep,
fell through?
just falls through. So there's an ash
Okay.
pan below. Normally we run these daily, but we have a problem with our track. On this one, we actually have to clean that out daily. Every morning we get in there and scrape all of the stuff that didn't burn out onto the floor.
Okay.
And then the pan that's underneath it that catches all the ash, we dump that twice a week.
Okay.
But this one over here, sometimes, we come in the morning and the firebox is empty because everything's been burned. We literally just throw in new wood and light it with a match.
Oh, okay.
And we only have to dump the doors that are underneath once a month. And that's only because we just do it. It sometimes doesn't even need it. So it just burns really, really nice and clean.
Well, that's cool. I was like, okay, what's the difference?
So yeah, that's the difference. You could burn wood in this and it would be okay. You couldn't burn coal on that one. There's no way to clean out the grates. Like I said, there's no way to. They wouldn't. Yeah. So
Okay.
just draft different.
These are like so beautiful, so awesome.
Thank you.
So are they just, they're almost exact replicas?
Yep. For the most of it, there's things in here in the cab that are different, but that's just for safety purposes. Originally, it did not have a water glass, And now today's regulations require that we have 2 of them, but we don't have 2 because we're trying to stay original, but at the same time we want to stay safe. So originally they just had what are called gauge cocks or tri-cocks, and it's just you open it, and if steam comes out, then you don't have water to that level. But if water comes out of this one, then water is somewhere between here and here. And that was the only way you could tell where your water level was at. So, which, I mean, it's very accurate, but it's potentially dangerous because if this crown sheet is exposed, more so on the original ones because they were made of wrought iron, these are welded steel. But if the crown sheet in here is exposed and let dry, it could warp and rupture.
Oh, wow. Wow.
But other than a few things for safety, they're pretty much just as you would have seen them.
Oh, wow.
And most of the things that are different are in the cab, so.
Amazing. Beautiful.
Thank you.
How did you start this?
The job?
Yeah.
I started as a volunteer. I was coming out here when I was about 16.
So you live around here?
Well, that's relative. It takes me about an hour to get in here every morning.
You live up in the Tree Mountain area?
I live, you guys from local?
Well,
We live up in Morgan.
Oh, okay. So I live in Plain City.
Oh, okay.
It's near Ogden, so just a little west of Ogden.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a 110-mile round trip.
Yeah. I've got a son in West Haven and one out in Bedford. So, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'm right there. So yeah, I started volunteering here, and I would come out in the summer when we were running, and then every now and then, like on May 10th, that's our biggest celebration. I'd usually play hooky from school and be sick that day. Here.
Nice.
Very cool.
Best way to do it.
So I mean, it got me a nice job. So
Yes, it did.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
yeah, absolutely.
What year was this one built?
So these were built in 1979.
1979.
Yeah.
Out Costa Mesa, California. Yeah.
Like I was telling these folks, it's as original as we can get it, factoring in for safety.
Yeah.
In fact, when they were first delivered, they both burned oil, and somebody looked at it and said, "Wait a second, we just paid a whole bunch of millions of dollars to have these reproduced. Why are we burning oil?" And they switched it over to coal and wood.
How long will that stack of coal last?
So that would last you about 100 miles, between maybe 100 to 150.
Well, that's pretty far for that. It's quite a bit of energy.
Yeah, yeah. And the wood would only take you about 15 to 30 miles.
Was what they have able to load in the back.
Yep, yep.
So this is a lot more efficient than that one.
Yeah, just the coal lasts longer and burns a little bit hotter.
Because you don't drive it, but how far does this go?
Well, we only drive it
Yeah.
2 miles, 6 miles in a day. But
So that lasts you a long time.
yeah, yeah. But originally, they were going 100, 150 mile stretches, so that would last you for the full day. But you would also have to stop. You were limited by your water on these locomotives as well. In both cases, you could only get about 15 to 30 on your water, depending on load and grade.
So they must have had water towers every so
Yeah,
often.
every 15 to 30, they'd have a stop. So, in fact, that's why Corinne is 30 miles from Brigham City.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, Promontory is 30 miles from Corinne.
So
Yeah.
that's where the
They had to
cities
create
were.
the
Yep.
city.
Yeah.
And if you drive along I-80, that's where they are, every
Yeah.
15 to 30 miles.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
That is. This is way cool.
This is a great job.
What does this do?
You're like a state employee or a federal employee?
federal. Yeah, I work for the National Park Service.
That's pretty cool. That's nice.
Boy, the workmanship's just fantastic. The wood,
Yeah,
the wood cabs and all that stuff. I wouldn't have thought they'd make them out of wood.
It's all the year these were built.
It's beach.
Yeah,
That's
79.
what I asked him. He said
That's what
it's
he
beech
said.
wood, and I asked him why. He said probably because it was lower costing, but that was kind of the popular wood of the time.
Well, so this was originally walnut. And-
Really?
And that's why it's stained walnut now. So it's birch now, but when we got it, we didn't know it was walnut and it was stained a different color. We've since found a builder's request for it, and it's got all it specifies what size,
specifications.
what has on the seat box, the color, the wood of the cab. It's got some pictures of what these really look like and all that.
Oh, that's neat.
So we've since changed the stain to a walnut stain.
Right.
Wow.
Was there a requirement for a height requirement for a person to be the locomotive engineer?
Not that I know
I
of.
was just curious because of how high the seat is up here, and
Yeah, not that I know of. In fact, so
That's
this one,
because you're out of the moving gears, I would.
people ask me all the time which one I like better. This one is easier to get up into because everything's lower. If you actually look over, that one over there is about a foot taller. And then, so
it's
the
almost right up the window.
Yeah, so the box is actually sitting,
Yeah,
I mean, you're sitting about right here.
yeah.
But the floor is about the same height.
But yeah, the floor is a
Right.
little higher. But that
Yeah.
just means
Yeah, 'cause you
that
can
just
tell.
means that I got to go from here to here instead of going from here to here. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that one's a little harder to get up into.
I wouldn't want this job.
It's a tough job. It's hot,
Dirty.
Yeah, and dirty.
dirty, hot.
They must have not lived long.
What company ended up building this for
So-
you guys?
O'Connor Engineering out of Costa Mesa, California.
Really? Wow.
Would they
what a
switch up
project.
guys or?
On long hauls, they would. Like if they were going up a grade or they needed, if they were doing a lot, then they would have two guys. So maybe not at this time period, but later they would.
So they expected one guy.
And it's hard hot work, but it's not too bad. Cola's actually pretty light, and you're not what you see in the movies where he's just constantly going.
Yeah.
No, you only shovel
24/7.
2 or 3 shovelfuls
Yeah,
in, and you're done. for
You're
a while.
taking that's a number 2 coal scoop right there. You take the very tip of it and you fill it up just a little bit, and you just probably every 2 minutes or so
Just throw
you just
some
throw
in.
just a little bit on.
Huh.
So, but yeah, it's not very heavy. I mean that's about as heavy as it is.
How much?
that's not
so is
bad.
that thing already full of coal all the time, or no?
Yeah. I don't have- that's
It's
heavy.
got a layer in it,
Oh, I see.
maybe 3 or 4 inches.
Oh, so
thick.
it's not like it
Wow.
has to be full and then you
Yep.
keep putting.
What you
Oh.
do is, as you're running down, the steam is being used and it's drawing on the fire, and so it glows real nice. And you just want to avoid any dark spots or holes. And so what you're doing is you can almost have a pattern where you just throw in 3 at the front, and then 2 or 3 minutes later, throw 3 in the middle, and then 3 in the back. And then by the time you get to that point, the front is burned up, so you go back to the front.
Oh, so it's just like a one layer.
So
kind
it's
of
like
thing.
an even flame is what
Yep,
you're trying
you
to
want it to be even, and really, even if you're good, you can kind of bank it up on the sides, so that as you're running, it kind of works its way down
itself
to the middle.
Yeah.
So then you get a lot more.
And less work for you.
Yep, less work, and you get a lot more out of the coal. Right. So I mean, there was ways they could do it, make it work better, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, it was definitely hard, hot work.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
There were worse jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you been doing this job? I mean,
I've been doing it full time just about 2 years.
Really?
Coming up on 2 years.
Thanks.
What's this thing?
That is called a cistern valve. It's separator from the engine.
But
It just cuts off the water flow,
16-inch,
moves them apart.
Oh, I see. Okay, cool.
that's 2
Alright, and that's number 119. We'll walk around the back of it again here. The artwork on here. It's beautiful. These things are really, this one, the color in that one is just something else, isn't it? Jupiter. Jupiter here. Wow.
They are actually the original colors. Now, a little side story to that is the fact that these locomotives were not even supposed to be here. Oh, you can't do it.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to walk in that way.
No, you can walk in over there, but yeah, you can't go in there. These are actually the original colors.
Right, these engines weren't supposed to be here.
No. Okay, here's what happens. For the Jupiter, it's fairly typical. We don't have a lot of communication that happens today. And so what happens is, the Jupiter's operating in Nevada somewhere between Reno and Winona. Now, Leland Stanford, the president of the railroad, former governor, future senator, he's coming out.
And there's the pile of coal for the coal, which is 119, engine 119. And then, I just want to show Gabby because she's getting in the wrong vehicle. So I
Shut
think that's
up.
okay.
I'm tired.
Tired?
I don't sleep at night, so
Yeah, you can get in this one.
thank you.
And then
They had a good pillow
Jupiter,
there.
for Jupiter, here's all the wood stack. Yeah. Lots of wood. It's not as efficient as coal. All right, now everybody's in the right truck.
Shut up.
We can now go.
Oh my.
All right. Well, this is the Spiral Jetty, built in 1970 by Robert Smithson, an American artist. It's 15 feet wide and 1,500 feet long. Okay. So here we go. We're down to see the Spiral Jetty. It's about 15 miles from the Golden Spike Visitor Center down a dirt road. And yeah, we made it. And here we go. So, and as you can see, the water level is pretty low, so we're not going to walk on the jetty. It's too rocky. We're going to, as Gabby and Dave are doing, we're going to walk alongside. So, all right, so here we are at the jetty. It's a pretty sandy beach here. And this is, of course, the Great Salt Lake down here. Yeah, so try walking out here, where it's nice and hard. There we go. Yeah, walk out a little bit farther.
What did you see?
We don't have to do the whole 1,500 feet. We can just cut right to the center. Yep, we'll make it a lot easier. We're gonna cut straight to the center. And that's where we're going. And there's Joanne behind us. As you can see, the water, again, like I said earlier, is pretty low out here.
That's
So,
cool how that salt's crystallized on that rod. That's pretty. That would
Yeah.
make a neat close-up.
yep. Lots of salt.
I would think people pay for this property.
And there's everybody behind me.
I'm sorry, too. You dork.
Because I'm glad.
Yeah. Say hi.
Hi, I am doing an educational walk with Rob Bob. We are approaching the Great Salt Lake. Show them the Great Salt Lake.
Right there. Yeah, it's right there.
No, it's right there. We're surrounded.
It's disappearing.
Did that guy lift these rocks to put them in the...
Well, he had it built. I mean, he was just the artist, right? But he had it built. Right. So there we go.
Hi, how are you?
Good. You guys should get into the water and capture the reflection. It's so beautiful.
I just think it's cool in general.
Yeah. Been there, done that. I look at that at Bonneville.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Is it better at Bonneville?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.